Here are some signs that you want to look at when knowing if somebody is serious about you, whether it's male or female. If that person hasn't introduced you to any of their friends and family within the 6 months to a year phase of the relationship, they're not serious about you. Because if you're starting to notice that if they're also introducing you to people as their friend instead of say this is my boyfriend or this is my girlfriend, they're not serious about you. Also, you want to recognize any inconsistencies with their text messages and phone calls, mainly the text messages. If you notice that the pattern is showing you doing most of the talking, and the person that you're texting isn't answering back, or you don't see a consistent pattern of conversation, they're not serious about you, because obviously they don't seem like they want to talk to you half the time, and then only answer the questions here and there, like they kind of zone in and out. And you really want to look at this too if they're also, you know, if they're lying to you about things too, because sometimes people will sit there and do stuff like that where there's no consistency in the conversation. So really look at how the pattern is. If you see that you're talking more in the text messages than that person is, they're not serious about you. Also, you want to also look at, are they still on dating sites, and especially on Google, like if they're typing in certain like words or phrases or anything like that to bring up dating sites, or if you find any pages that are still active with them on it, and you guys are actually exclusively dating, that's a sign that they're not serious about you. And this is something that most people, you kind of pick up on. I mean, I understand that money is a factor in dating. You kind of have to have that in order to go out to dinner and stuff. But if you're spending almost 90% of your dates at home, if not 95% of them at home, and you're not always going out. I mean, I understand people don't want to go out all the time, but every now and then you want to go out and have dinner someplace. But if you're spending the majority of your dates at home, eating dinner at home, and watching TV at home, that person's not serious about you. Because if you were important or a priority in their life, they would actually take the time to take you out on a date. Not just, oh, we're just going to stay at home and eat a steak dinner. Come on now. And I like this one. You're always making excuses to do things or to get out of things and not be consistent with calling and texting somebody. I'm sure you're probably going to hear the phrase, "Oh, I was really busy," or "I was, tied up in meetings all day long." Okay, for 2 and 3 days straight. I mean, come on. I mean, at what point do you have to say, "Look, not everybody is busy doing stuff"? I mean, at least 20 minutes out of the day, you could at least call or text me and say, "Hey, how's the meeting going? How you doing?" Come on. If you're tied up every minute of the day and you always got an excuse for it, then that means this person is not serious about you, or he or she is not serious about you. And don't let the person scapegoat you to make it look like you are the one that's, out of your mind and all that stuff when you start speaking up about the irregularities of the relationship. Like, come on. If he or she is asking, like, why aren't we going out anywhere? Why are we always staying home? And you don't, and you're going to want to start doing stuff, and they come up with excuses like how they're tired or they don't have the money. Going back to the money part, you may not know that they're probably spending their money on somebody else, male or female. So keep that in mind when you're sitting at home more than you're going out. Then the likelihood of them spending money on somebody else is probably what they're doing, but they're just not telling you that. They also don't know, and then here's another point, they don't know anything about you. They don't remember a birthday or anniversary or something significant in the life of your relationship. If they can't remember your birthday or the anniversary, hell, even the very first place y'all went to on the first date, they're not serious about you, because people that are really serious about you will remember locations where they went on the date, especially a first date. And if that person's serious about you, they're gonna remember your birthday and the anniversary of when you guys started dating. If they can't even give you that type of information, then you know he or she is not serious about you. And why are some people still talking bad about their exes? I mean, I understand the past relationships were bad. Don't get me wrong. But when you start bad mouthing your ex in the most vulgar way, you have to start wondering, are they serious about you? Because if they're still talking about their ex-boyfriends or their ex-girlfriends, what makes you think that person that you're telling this to wants to hear that? Stop talking about your ex. They're an ex for a reason. They're an ex for a reason. Come on. And you use the word sorry more times than the actual board game itself. You know, sometimes you gotta look at people a little differently sometimes too. If they're showing signs that they're not serious about you, please don't waste your time with them. Please. Don't waste your time with somebody that's not going to give you what you deserve. Whether you're a guy or a girl, you deserve only the best. You deserve somebody that's going to love and treat you with the respect that you deserve. Invest time, invest your money, invest in something worthwhile, especially in somebody that's really serious and ready to be with somebody like you. If you got that high level of awesome, share it with somebody that's worth it. If that person cheated on you, you know, and they wasted 6 months to a year of your time just on stupid stuff, you know what? You take your fabulosity, take your awesomeness, take your greatness elsewhere. Because there's too many people out here in this world that's willing to appreciate, value, and treasure those wonderful qualities about you. Remember that, you know, there's a world bigger than some of these people that are out here, because the ones that are doing all this stuff to the best people in the world are the ones that are going to end up alone, because nobody's going to want to be bothered with somebody that's not going to treat you right. So don't ever let somebody take away the great qualities within you. Share it with somebody that's gonna love, appreciate, and value all those things about you.